Show us the fucking money. It's time to lay it on me. Cause what's mine is ours. This shit belongs to the ape army. Gon' need to see them Benjis. We hungry for them tendies. Give us this day our daily bread. Show us the fucking money.
This ain't financial advice, just a little DD to help you think twice. We hope for each other, eyes on the prize. The new floor's 200,000 times 5. I joke, I kid, no, I don't know a damn thing. I'm as simple as Bubba trying to sell some damn shrimp. Can't spell IQ, can't even count to 10. And I eat crayons every day with my friends. I think about Kenny in his ivory tower, shaking in his lily boots as the apes overpower. Must suck to lose to monkeys, so dumb. But you made your bed and you got nowhere to run. I'd love to be a fly on the wall when he makes the prize fall. And he watching as we keep on more. You forgot we on the float blind, 2 hours old. Lie, stop breaking the law, asshole.
Show us the fucking money. It's time to lay it on me. Cause what's mine is ours. This shit belongs to the ape army. Gon' need to see them Benjis. We hungry for them tendies. Give us this day our daily bread. Show us the fucking money.
Yeah, crayon eating Lambo loving smooth brain, stupid ass. Throwing all my money at the streets like a quarterback. FUD don't mean a thing. Water up a dump back. Apes not leaving nothing till we get the money stacks. Monkey see, monkey do, monkey holding to it blue. Monkey magic coming through us monkeys on the moon. Double digit IQ, tendy loving bamboo. Right here we got more smoothies than a jumbo juice. Probably thought you coulda made us sell all the gooder. And hell, we maybe woulda, but we more zen than the Buddha. The floor, 6 figures ain't selling for less. You took on the ape nation and you're fucking with the best. We hope for each other, my sisters and my brothers, the fighters and the lovers. We don't need another fan because we huddle through hard times and struggle. Cause we're just a couple of dummies in the rubble.
Show us the fucking money. It's time to lay it on me. Cause what's mine is ours. This shit belongs to the ape army. Gon' need to see them Benjis. We hungry for them tendies. Give us this day our daily bread. Show us the fucking money.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. This is thick Kohrs coming at you with a capital THICC. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not bouncing back well from being accosted because of my big bones. It's just big bones, folks. Has nothing to do with my piss poor diet or lack of exercise. It's a genetic thing. It's just how I was born. In Philly, we say swole. Lots of people having some issues with today's thumbnail, and I want to say this live. This thumbnail in no way is Photoshop. This is just, I went to the beach this past weekend, and that was just a beach shot. There's no photoshopping whatsoever in the thumbnail. I just need to publicly state that. There's a lot of assumptions that it is somehow. No, I went to the beach, I hung out with my friends, and we just snapped a couple pictures. I just really, really need that to be out there. And all these people accusing me being thick. Well, there's the evidence. You can see if you want to objectify me like that, you can see my body. Oh, folks, so much to talk about. Let's have some fun. It's a Friday. We're closing out the week. We're closing out the month. Whatever. There's a couple thousand in here, so I feel like I have the free reign to say what I want to say and not get judged too hard. Let me find out some of the hot tweets I've been firing off. Oh, so this one, I know there's been a lot of tension over this. I think it's actually pretty good. I know when it was first announced that Melissa Lee at CNBC would be making a piece of content related to the apes and all of that stuff, how the AMC apes cracked Wall Street. I think it's pretty good. I really do. I think it's very fair. I mean, I guess good is pretty objective, and it's kind of like it's a 1 cent word when you could use a $5 word. But I think it's very fair. And I think that's like spot on accurate, that this is a fair representation of what's going on. To me, I'm so used to mainstream media, like always having some sort of like underlying bias of what they're trying to go. This one, she just interviewed a bunch of people on both sides. She's like, to me, it was true journalism of there's an interesting story. Let's hear from all types of people involved and present that. And then people can take their own, I guess, like information from it. They can come to their own takeaways, or they can look at it the way they want to. But it was just, to me, it was journalism. It was like, here's the story. Here's both sides of the story. You come up with your own conclusion to that. And to me, that's what journalism should be, because right now in the whole like mainstream media landscape, I should say, you don't get that often. Like usually there's some underlying thing that they're trying to do or get you to say or think or vote or blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. I think, I know obviously some people have issues with CNBC, and that's fine. I'm kind of right there with you on that one. But specifically as a human, Melissa Lee, this is her project. And I guess before people start to freak out and say like this, you're not like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Melissa? Watch it. Just watch it. And if you want to say that after, if you want to say something derogatory and mean afterwards, that's up to you. I'm not here to police you on your thoughts or what you say or how you choose to use social media. But before you say something, I mean, she tweeted it out and people said stuff before they could have even possibly watched it. Even if you watch it on 5x speed, there was people commenting on it when it was literally impossible for them to have consumed it. And I don't know, maybe I watched a different documentary than those people, but I thought it painted us in a pretty good light. It kind of showed what was going on. She spent much of that entire video, which it's on my Twitter, it's on her Twitter, really shining a light on the extreme nature of abusive off-exchange trading. And that's good. You want that to get out to as many people as we possibly can. So the fact that she wasn't stepping away from it and she was pointing out the likes of Citadel Securities, of Virtu, shining a light on what they do, that's good. That is very, very good. I see SHIB ripping right now. We're going to get to that, of course. But very quickly, when we talk about off-exchange trading, if you've been watching me or Twitter lately, all these people freaking out about me just like getting out information about dark pools. And it seems like the one source of misinformation has been coming from Chart Exchange and Market Chameleon. They've been labeling the percentage as dark pool when they really mean off exchange. And let me clarify this. Right now, as you can see on AMC and GME is very, very similar. The off exchange volume is around 60%. That is not good. That is no bueno. It's very, very bad. And actually, it was a lot of the interview I just did with Dave Lauer that will be posted tomorrow. But we talked about what it means and how it could lead to some very catastrophic events for our overall market. So right here, off exchange, they switched it. It used to be dark pool, but seriously, like this, I don't mean this facetiously in any manner. I truly do applaud Chart Exchange for fixing this and calling it off exchange opposed to dark pools. Because remember, off exchange is the generic term, and it's made up of two different things: dark pools and market maker internalizers. Those are not the same things. You cannot say off exchange trading is dark pool trading. In terms of off exchange trading, off exchange is 60% like all volume. But if you break down that 60%, about 56% is market makers and 4% is dark pools. So if we're sitting there saying no more dark pool trading and they fix that, you're only fixing 4% of the problem here. We want to fix the entire problem. So to be clear, some ding dong out there said that I stand up for off exchange trading. I feel one of the people for months and months now saying off exchange is bad. This is not good. And I just didn't particularly get on the boat of dark pools because I didn't realize that I don't know where it came from, but I'm noticing a misconception that people think dark pool trading is somehow synonymous with off exchange trading, and it's not. It's a very small fraction of it, and I'm here to fix that too. But like, let's call out the actual problem here. Let's use the right verbiage. Someone, I don't know who it was, but someone just had an interesting tweet. Precision in words is precision in thoughts, and I like that. And I'm very, very happy that Chart Exchange fixed this terminology, because it's more representative of the true problem that we're attempting to fix. But to be very, very clear, off exchange is the generic term for both ATSs and non-ATS OTC trading, which is basically market makers. You have dark pools, you have market makers. Market makers is the lion's share of off exchange trading, but that's what we're fixing. And this is exactly what I was just talking about with Dave Lauer. I'm very, very excited to get this interview out tomorrow, because we talked about, I don't want to give away too much, but man, there were some crazy, crazy things said about how bad things could have gotten, and kind of his assumptions on what the regulators, Wall Street entities, and all the related parties did to stop it, and to stop potentially catastrophic event. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm very excited to get that interview out tomorrow. Very, very excited. So once again, hey, you got to give respect where respect is due. So my respect is now with Chart Exchange, and I hope that Market Chameleon is not too far behind spreading some false information on all of that stuff. As I'm talking right now, though, I do see that, I guess, SHIB is like looking really good. According to the SHIB USD, I believe this one's from Coinbase. The all-time high, according to Coinbase on SHIB, is basically 89, or technically, if you go all the way back, it does have a tick going through at 90. We're currently trading at 76, just below 76. I think SHIB could have a crazy weekend. Actually, very exciting. AMC, we're putting in a higher low right now, bouncing off of 35. We had this excitement early today. Then it kind of sold off, but we're getting an excitement into close. So that should be really, really cool. Oops, sorry. I thought GME was over here. GME, I just want to bring this up because it was doing a similar thing. We're getting a higher low. This is pushing. We got double, almost triple rejected at 185. Would love for this to recapture 190. AMC, we're looking for it to recapture the mid 36s. So about $1 above where we are right now. SHIB looking strong. Tesla hit a new all-time high, and even with that being said, it hit a new all-time high at 1,000. Oh, that's not good. It hit a new high at 1,106. But even with that being said, me being the best Tesla trader on this side of the Mississippi, remember this morning when it was lower and I was down, how much was I down? I was down 44%. Well, even with it being higher now, I'm actually down 58%. So this trade is going the exact opposite of swimmingly well, just so everyone knows. Matt, do you think moving from Robinhood, Webull to platforms like Fidelity can help prevent off-market trading? Fidelity can help, but Fidelity is not the most, I don't know, like, yes, if you're talking about stock trading, yes, on Fidelity, on TDA, you can route your orders directly to a lit exchange. And the reason I'm being like awkwardly hesitant is because Fidelity still takes big payment for order flow fees. Like, it accepts them in the world of options trading. It is very, very extremely difficult to get away from payment for order flow when you're talking about options trading. On Robinhood, on Webull, you cannot get away from payment for order flow whatsoever. Whether it's stocks or options, you are in the world of payment for order flow. At this point, I don't really think there's an excuse to be on Robinhood or on Webull, knowing what we know now. If you're talking about stock trading, you can do your own routing on Thinkorswim. You could do your own, which is TDA. You could do your own routing on Fidelity. Public, we know, does not do payment for order flow. If your attempt is to avoid payment for order flow, I think Public's the easiest option. Fidelity, you can route on TDA, you can route on Interactive Brokers, but that's all for stock trading. If you're an options trader, I literally know of no brokerage that allows you to avoid payment for order flow if you're doing an options trade. With that being said, I have to look into Interactive Brokers. Interactive Brokers might be a reasonable one, but I need to look into it just to clarify. E-Trade does routing. Yeah, a lot of these professional or like the pro things, Fidelity, Active Trader Pro, E-Trade Pro, Interactive Brokers Pro, like all those pro platforms typically allow you to do your own routing. I am biased towards IEX because for the past decade they've already been fighting against Citadel Securities. Like we're almost joining their fight. They're not necessarily joining our fight. I feel like IEX and the group around IEX has already been in this battle, and it's just like by a weird turn of events there's a lot of people that are starting to resonate with this market structure fight, the one they've been in now for the better part of the most recent decade. Is there an explanation besides buying for the 10 minute of volume starting at 11, 12 AMC? I assume that's it. It's like when institutions force the run. I mean, you never know if it's institutions. It could be an institution creating a position. It could also just be like a rich individual. So we know a lot of money was aggressively buying. The golden question is, were they buying to create a position or were they buying to cover a short? You don't know. Like buying is buying, and a short covering versus a long position being created, it represents the same amount of demand. Buying is buying. Matt, can you put your Voyager link up? Yeah, it's pinned to the top of chat, but the important thing is to just throw in this code. What's your name? Solo. If you're trying to get in on crypto, you just download Voyager and just put in that code, Matt21, Matt21. Apparently, I'm the first Matt of this year to be in their affiliate program, which I find to be very weird. But download Voyager, put in the code Matt21, and as soon as you trade $100 of any crypto, you'll get $25 extra like as a bonus of Bitcoin. Just so you know, here, like if you're trying to get in on this crypto insanity, they have Bitcoin, they have Ethereum, they have SHIB, they have Polygon, like they have so many different options. I'm a fan of it. Early this morning, we were talking about how Meet Kevin, which you guys know him. He's a gigantic finance YouTuber. I'm fortunate enough to have like a couple meetings with him, and I talk to him once in a while. He's a good guy. He is all in on Voyager. He has switched out of Coinbase. Now, I'm still in Coinbase. I'm still in Gemini. I'm still in Voyager. I use all three for different reasons, but I do like Voyager's user experience, UX, the best by far. It's the easiest to see what are you up, what are you down, what's going on in all your different positions. It's the easiest to track what in the world is going on. And a fun little thing about it, honestly, is my first batch of SHIB, whatever you want to call it, Shiba Inu, probably SHIB. They gave me $200 worth of it for doing a questionnaire at a super, super cheap price because it was back in September was when it hit my account. So I got it. It's at 76 right now. I got $200 worth of it, 31 mil at 6. So that's over a 10, 12. It's like a 12x increase, 12 and a half increase, 1,250%. So that was my first one. So I'm like, hey, Voyager, like they basically, the gain that I got from doing that questionnaire on SHIB has basically paid for all my transaction fees ever trading on Voyager, which is awesome. But I recently did buy more on Coinbase, and I don't know what that got into. So my first one was 31 mil, and now I bought another 120 mil. So I have 150 mil in SHIB, and that's enough for me. I do not need to increase anymore. Let me double check. Some of these fees are just so nuts. That's one of the things I hate the most. Absolutely hate the most is how much some of the, especially on like things like Coinbase, can just like increase and destroy you. How do you know your average fee? I'll have to do the math on this. Oh, but it tells me right here that I'm down $600, $500 right now on the second purchase. Well, that's not fun. Why'd you guys make me check that? It's like when you ask me how am I doing on DWAC and Tesla when you know damn well I'm down How do you think it makes me feel? Do you buy on Coinbase Pro or Coinbase? I've bought on both, but I obviously now tend to use Pro. Can you tell me what you think about Varta, German company delivered batteries for Apple and Porsche EVs, tradable in the US? Varta. I think you mean it's on the OTC market, which is different OTC than off exchange. I know that's crazy, but they use that same, and it stands for the same thing. There's a difference between over-the-counter trading and over-the-counter stocks. Why? Because people on Wall Street are assholes, and they intentionally try to use all these confusing terms. I don't know if this is the chart you mean, Varta. But yes, OTC, over-the-counter, it's used on two different things, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. I don't know which one you're necessarily asking about, but if it's an OTC stock, I don't want it. OTC, not regulated. Well, and actually that's true for both OTC. So OTC stocks, a lot of these like pink sheets, there's less regulation. It's not trading on the NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange. They don't trade on a lot of the main lit exchanges like at all. And then OTC trading is when your trades are being executed off exchange. So in a weird way, they both mean not on a normal exchange, but just one is that's where a lot of stocks are. And then when we say OTC as in off exchange trading, we're referring to the amount of AMC and GME that is being transacted either mainly by market makers, but also sometimes on dark pools. I watched how the AMC Apes cracked Wall Street and just want to thank you, Matt, for your hard work and dedication to fighting transparency in the market. Hey, I appreciate that. Vintage Raiders. That means a lot to me. What else do we have? Tesla, my retirement fund. What else do we have? I had no idea you had legs before the CNBC video. Also love what you did and how you represented us. Love from Canada. Shout out. I appreciate that. Can you please check out Lit or Argentina Lithium for me? Just want to see your opinion. I think there's a lot of money to be made from this. So Lit, L-I-T. If you're just talking about lithium in general, LIT. All right, this is, I believe, the Canadian market. So it's a penny stock and it's delayed data, so I don't even know if this is right now. But it shot up, comes down. I mean, your support of 44 cents is pretty obvious. I don't know much about this company, but I am bullish on the lithium sector just because that is an important component for what is necessary in semiconductors, autonomous vehicles. Like, it is a very important thing, especially batteries. And high demand, low supply, hence I think prices go up. But I know much more about LAC, which is another lithium play. New intro, got to start with hey. Now that I'm thick Kohrs, hey. How would that go?
Hey, it's me, thick Kohrs.
We have too much fun, but hey, that's what Fridays are for. All right, let me get into this. Equally. Shout out Loki. I appreciate you posting that. If you're bullish on LI batteries, look at LICY. Yeah, so we checked that out a little bit this morning. That's another one that how's that been doing today? Solid day. I mean, it's showing strength. You could call it a weird W, a strange, I don't know. The most accurate technical structure would probably be a reversed head and shoulders. Here's the shoulder, here's the head, here's the other shoulder, but flipped upside down. It looks pretty bullish to me. The breakout at 1250 and it's holding. I would want to see the continuation up to 1350, then followed by 14. But I don't know much about the company's fundamentals. I like the sector it's in, and I like the chart that I'm seeing right now, but I would need to dive a bit more into the fundamentals. Can I get TA on Michigan versus Michigan State game tomorrow? So I don't like Michigan. Why? Great question. Thanks for asking. Just the people from my high school that ended up at Michigan, they were assholes. Plain and simple. Don't like them. Like, I have made the decision to not like the entire school simply based on the people from my high school that went to Michigan. I'm not the biggest fan of Harbaugh. So I hope Michigan State wins. Go green. I think it is weird with Michigan State that I think don't they say go State? I don't know. But both of them, I'm not really a fan of either. Like, I hope Penn State stomps both of those teams. So for the game tomorrow, I'm rooting for Michigan State. If I had to root for one of them, I just don't like Michigan. Also, when I went to a game, there's like an issue of like 3 individual fights. So I went to the Penn State versus Michigan game back in 2014 or 2015. And it was a weird series of events of how I ended up there, but I ended up there. And the first thing that had happened was we were at some big party, and like a fraternity pledge or freshman or whatever, like a scrawny human being. Actually, the guy I showed you early this morning that I hiked to Peru with, he's a large human being. He's the exact kind of human being that you would not want to punch in the face. And this like little scrawny freshman looking kid did punch him in the face. So that was event 1. Later that day, we were at a different fraternity, and I was in the bathroom, and someone saw I had a shirt that said Penn State Grandma. And someone said, not nice term. And it was basically like, F you, Penn State Grandma, and like pushed me in the bathroom. So like, I got really lucky. And I think it was because I had a bit of liquid courage. But your boy threw a hand, and that particular strike hit someone in the chest, and it was in the perfect way to knock the air out of that person, which gave me the opportunity to escape real quick. So I got out of there. And then later we watched the game, and at that point Hackenberg was the quarterback, and we lost to Michigan that year. And the entire game, there was these guys, these like Michigan grads in front of us, older gentlemen, and the whole game there was a I guess just banter back and forth. But then as the game went on, they continued to drink and drink and drink during the game, and the banter got like more and more aggressive. And then by the end of it, that was almost a whole nother fight. But that one didn't become it because like I think one of the girls in the group stopped it. That was a whole nother ordeal. So basically, this one day event I had at Michigan, I was just like, these people suck. Oh man. I also don't get why Harbaugh continues to get pay increases when he gives you guys more and more losing seasons, but I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand like football coaches enough, but generally you don't get pay increases if you keep on having losing seasons. But I'm not a football commentator or orator or expert. Actually, no, wait. So I was showing you those pictures earlier. I think I have a picture from that day. Look at this. Look at this. Everything coming full circle for my life. All right, how do I find this picture? Everyone's like, wait, did he say he had a Penn State Grandma shirt on? And the answer is, why, yes, I did. Let me track this down for you. You guys are about to see a picture. All right. Maybe I'm not going to track it down. I swear I saw this earlier. Hello? Maybe I can't find it. I swear we just saw it. Why is this like fresh in my memory? Maybe I'm just going a little bit crazy. I feel like I just saw it. I'll have to track this down. This is too recent. Your photos. No, that doesn't seem right. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite shirts, though. My Penn State Grandma. Frustrating. You guys got me all excited for this one. No. Where is this kid? He pointed at me, I pointed at him. It was a whole spectacle. This shows you how much I use I hate Facebook. I really do. I probably shouldn't say that. Oh, here it is. I found it. No way. Now Zuckerberg's gonna like come down my chimney this weekend and unalive me. So this file, save as Gma. This was from that exact day. This was moments before. This was actually like 15 minutes before the whole bathroom debacle. But just so you know, I don't make these stories up out of complete thin air. This was like right before the bathroom, like seriously. So I walked in this door and I had a shirt that said Penn State Grandma, and this kid, who I don't know at all, he had on a shirt that said Penn State Grandpa. He's like, I'm Grandpa. And I was like, I'm Grandma. And then we're like, we should take a picture. And if you can see in my eyes, I'm not the most sober. And then right after this, I continued my walk to the bathroom. And then that was the second incident of the day. But yeah, some random kid, Grandpa, Grandma, that was us. They're like, oh, wow, this kid, this actually happened to him. He's not just completely saying something. What are you, 14? I was 21. Matt, AMC earnings expectations date. The date is November 1st. My expectations is to knock it out of the park. And I'm not just like completely saying that out of like naive optimism. It's because IMAX did pretty well, and then AMC is a more well-known name, has more of a market share, so I expect it to do even better. But IMAX just reported like 1 or 2 days ago, and it wasn't the best one, but it was pretty solid. So just kind of going off that as like a sympathy play, I think it's going to do well. But yes, it's on Monday, so in 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday after the market close. Hey, bro beans, is crypto more liquid on apps like Robinhood or Webull, or ones like Voyager? So it's interesting on things like Robinhood or Webull because you don't actually own the crypto, but on things like Voyager, you do. So I don't even know if you compare it. How do crypto fees work? That's the transaction fee. Because remember, you're like updating the ledger, the blockchain. So that's where those fees are going to ensure the authenticity and security of the blockchain. So how does the fee work? This is just a generic example, but let's say you try to buy $10 of it. Well, you end up subtracting the fee. So you're like, oh, I want to buy $10 of crypto, whatever, Kohrs coin. And then it ends up only buying you like $9.90. So it just buys you less because it deducts the transaction fee. But I very much like want to warn people about buying crypto on Robinhood or Webull. You do not own that crypto. You own a very schmancy, fancy IOU. It's just too much risk, especially on Robinhood. Give me an old brother. What's going on, Joe Watson? Can you make a video explaining crypto bull and bear market? Trend seems a huge 4-6 months push, then sell off for 6. We will see a bear market in April with new ETF keeping it from falling. Also, my wife calls me Thickums. Thanks. Yeah, I could look into that, Gerald. Matt, what's going on with BKKT crypto play? Crypto. Digital asset platform partnering with companies like MasterCard. Partnering with companies Fiserv, Fiserv, however you would say that, Fiserv. This is a legitimate play, a digital asset platform. It's partnering with big name companies. It's in the world of crypto. That's what's happening with BKKT. I have no position in that, though. What about Public? Is Public the same IOU kind of thing? I believe so. I have not attempted to buy crypto on Public, but I don't need to because I have Voyager, Coinbase, and Gemini. All of those things. It's free to create an account. It's super, super easy. As easy as it was for you to create an account on Robinhood, Webull, or Public, you could easily do that right now with Voyager, Coinbase, or Gemini. No 2-day waiting period on crypto exchanges after initial deposit clears. You don't have to wait 2 days with stocks. Where can I get this Kohrs coin? We'll have to make it. And then, I don't know, do some donation thing with it. What else do we have? Speaking of, what is IMAX SI? I don't think it's heavily shorted at all, really. Let me go check it out. Whenever people now talk about these short interest things, the thing that blows my mind, the short interest on IMAX is 4.2%. It's not heavily shorted whatsoever. These people who specifically like GME and not AMC, their argument is AMC's short interest in January. What kind of argument is that? Like, you as if that matters now? Like, that's such a weird historic look. They're like, we don't like it because it only had 11% short interest in January. Okay, cool. And at one point in my life, I wore a Penn State grandma and got into a fight in a bathroom in Michigan. Like, does that have an impact on the stock market now? It's such a strange argument if we're just going to like orate random things from history. Like, and what? I particularly don't understand that argument. What else do we have? Just moved to PA, but on the other side, Pitt. You know, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, obviously both part of Pennsylvania, but geographically and culturally, I really think that Pitt is in the Midwest and Philly is not. I just don't get it. Like, I get we're part of and I have nothing wrong with Pitt. It's just, it very much is like a Midwest area. It's a Midwest town. It really is. Like, it's way closer to all those other main Midwest things besides like East Coast cities. It's a bold statement, but I'm sticking to it. Everyone in Pitt right now, they're like, I'm not from the Midwest. Don't you say that. For sure. For sure. When you say invest in all of crypto, what do you mean literally? When you say invest in all of crypto, I don't know if I've ever said invest in all of crypto. I don't know what you mean by that. Matthew, when you say invest in all of crypto, what do you mean? I'm confused. I'm confused. One of us is confusing the other one. Mork, the documentary was dope. Hey, I really appreciate that. How do you get your crypto out of Webull? You can't, because you don't own it, because you don't have a wallet. You would just have to sell and then buy somewhere else. Penn State is located in Pennsylvania. It definitely is. 100%. I never really, Matt is bullish on crypto. I am bullish on crypto. Hey, Matt, you are the best. What are your thoughts on Prague in the next few weeks? Good pattern. Also, do you think, Mark, what it did again last Monday? So Prague, I'm not in the game of the next few weeks. To me, Prague is a long-term investment. I own Prague and I'm sitting in Prague. If it squeezes in the meantime, I think that'd be awesome. I'm looking to I think it does have upside with the patents and all of that. Like, I'm bullish on Prague, but I don't know if I want to put such a short time frame on it. Like, the shorter your time frame, the more randomness involved. In terms of Mark, what are your thoughts? Do you think Mark does what it did again last Monday? No. I mean, something crazy like this is probably a fundamental driver. That's just not naturally going to repeat on Monday. It could. I just don't think the odds of that are the same. Like a gap up sell off, like it never has done that on a previous Monday. So I don't know why I would think that it would happen particularly again this Monday, unless maybe you know something we don't. But can we truly say you wearing the Grammy shirt didn't have an effect on GME AMC stock prices? Also, you still got a deal with Tiblio, Ortex. Yeah, those are both in the description of the video for Tiblio and Ortex and Unusual Whales and Public and Voyager. Basically, and TradingView, the charts you see in front of you, you could get I think a 30-day trial right now on TradingView, and there's different tiers. But all the pieces of software I use are typically in the description of the video. And that's a good point, though. We can't say that me wearing the shirt, I guess, didn't impact GME or AMC. Hey, sir, do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior loop ring? What's going on, Moon Gang Ape? Sorry, Crypto Noob here. If I don't intend to ever use the coin, just ride the momentum wave for gains, is there still a drawback on Robinhood or Webull? Yeah, the drawback is that Robinhood and Webull suck. Specifically Robinhood. Like, what if the company just goes under? Like, it's I would argue, a failing business. Do you want your money to be stashed in a failing business? For Webull, I don't know if I could be as harsh, just because like I don't think Webull has taken such egregious public missteps the way Robinhood has. But also, I just don't. Just download Voyager. Just download Coinbase. Like you could be done within like 15 minutes. Not going to talk about DWAC. I mean, I still have my puts against it. It's at 67. I think it should be at 47, or at least maybe not think. I want it to be just so I make money, but no, I still have DWAC. It's just not moving much. Matt used to promote Webull. Yeah, I also used to promote Robinhood until I learned what was going on. I'm not hiding from the fact, yeah, have I made mistakes? Yeah, I mean, I'm not a stock market expert. I didn't know about payment for order flow. I didn't know about market structure, but as I'm learning things, I'm getting better. You should not be viewing me to think, wow, this is a guy who already knows every single thing about the market. Do I not know a lot of things about the market? Yeah. Do I still have a lot of things to learn about the market? Also, definitively 100% yes. In the past, have I promoted Robinhood? Yes. In the past, have I promoted Webull? That's obvious. There's hundreds of hours of proof that happened, but I also then learned, and I'm like, oh wow, that seems dumb, and now that I know something, I just corrected my actions. What do you think about Kishu coin? I mean, I don't know much about it. I'm pretty happy with SHIB and Doge right now. Webull in public use Apex Crypto. Apex Crypto? Is that the wallet? I hold SHIB long-term in Coinbase, but I've been playing SHIB every day on Webull and using the gains to gobble up more AMC. Sheebish. Happy Halloween, Abe. Shout out. Like, I'm happy you're making that money. Can you tell us about your car's extended warranty? No matter what I do, my freaking maintenance light is not light. Like, it actually says like maintenance required is always on. And I don't know. I'm starting to think that the mechanics are taking advantage of me. They're always charging me for premium air in my tires. And I just don't get why. Like, I just pay it because they're like, oh, you need this premium air. But I don't know. I'm starting to think that my mechanics are not the mechanics for me. Matt Kohrs, watching the documentary right now. Whoa, that's like ape inception. PCG, California Power Company, that dropped doing some litigation, has big upside. Can you speak about DWAC next week? I know you weren't the only one doing puts. Is something special happening next week? I mean, for me, it's like a technical chart play. I know the beta's coming out, or it's supposed to come out in November. I don't know if it's the first week, but it's still the beta. It's supposed to be nationwide rollout at the start of 2022. This premium air thing. I just wanted to see how many dads in the chat I could make mad. You paid for premium air? Check out what happened to people investing in Turkey crypto exchange. Same thing could happen with Robinhood or Webull. Yeah, so that was a crazy story. They basically just like lost all their money. I do trust Coinbase. I do trust Gemini. I do trust Voyager. They're all based in the US, which means you're back to a certain degree. I like them. Got any left-handed screwdrivers? Oh man. Some of these TikTok trends, they just crack me up. They give me way too much joy. Way too much joy. Someone said, sold half my position in BKKT and bought some more AMC. Congrats on that trade, Randy. Chop Shop. All right. Sounds like I just need to reset after the light train to read the owner's manual. Okay. I appreciate that, Chop Shop. Chop Chop. Voyager has me on the waiting list. They said they have a surge in demand. SHIB. Well, you tell them that the duck guy sent you. Voyager limits 25K a day. Withdraw that 5.7 million guy would take 603 years to cash out. That's interesting. That's a bummer. Matt, Ortex BKKT, what do you think about the data? Let me check this out. BKKT Ortex. BKKT Bucket Holdings. Short interest is 23%. They borrowed 1.27 million against it today for a net of half a mil. Utilization 99.97%. Shares on loan 8.54 mil. Interesting. I don't know if it's on the threshold list, but the other metrics I'm seeing are interesting. But just be careful. It feels a bit chasey. Congrats on the doc with Melissa Lee. It was awesome. Hope you have a good Halloween weekend, Matt. You've taught me so much this past year. Can't thank you enough for the knowledge and insight. Lucas, that's so incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much for those kind words. For those of you who haven't seen it, I hope you enjoy the doc. Personally, I think it was a well done mini doc. I'm extremely absurdly excited for the Apes Together Strong documentary for that one to come out. I think it's going to be lights out. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm not going to lie, like many people in this community, I myself was a bit tense. I was like, man, how are they going to portray us? But I think the portrayal, like I said, I tweeted it out, was very, very fair. Both Trey and myself were in it, among other people such as Dave Lauer and a handful of other apes. I think it was well done. I really do. But I'm very, very excited for the Apes Together Strong doc, which it sounds like that's going to be kind of on the, hopefully, the first half of next year. I don't think it's coming out this year. Alan didn't like the doc. I'm sorry. The interview was BS. Well, now I feel sad. Going from thick Kohrs to you suck, Matt. Who's that guy from Waterboy? He's just like, water sucks. All the people in here are just like, you suck. It's all right. I totally won't think about this for hours over the weekend. No, I'll be able to just brush this off and not fixate on it for hours and hours and hours. Like, it's totally not a big deal. But did they top off your blinker fluid or change your muffler pairing? Oh, man. All right. Your boy's done it again. Tesla is approaching a new all-time high, and I'm still down 50%. But how does he do it? Well, to know how to lose 50% going long on a stock at a new all-time high, you're going to have to buy my course. It's tough, and I just don't want to give away that information for free. So for a very cheap and reasonable payment plan of 420 payments of $69, you too can learn how to lose 50% of your investment going long on a stock that's at a new all-time high. I don't want to give away too much because that's a poor business move and no one's going to sign up for my class. But yeah, that's the class. It's awesome. We accept exclusively altcoins. You cannot pay me in USD or any of the normal cryptos. It is exclusively altcoins. And it changes every day. It's not even like, oh, okay, like there's a batch every single day and it's not announced beforehand. Today it's the squid coin, but tomorrow it's going to change again. I just don't want people to think it's too easy to purchase. I find that people get more out of something they really have to strive for. So just so everyone knows. Wait, right away, already on Reddit, can confirm Kohrs is selling a course. He's a sellout course shill. I just have too much for that crowd. Like, just have too much fun because you know exactly what you have to say to rile them up because they just don't get humor like whatsoever. It's just they find nothing funny, and they're just they have such a appetite to just be like in that whole like shill FUD bullshit like thought process. I just love doing it. I love doing it. Courses. Don't feel sad. Your relationship advice had mine bulletproof and stable, and by stable I mean single. Bullish on Melissa Lee. What's going on? Trades. Our Canadian trader. All right. Courses. Sounds like you took some lessons from Robin Hood. LOL, JK, super proud and part of the documentary. Go, Papa Kohrs, ape noises. Darkened flame. Oh, a dark flame. That was me shilling Reddit. No, it was me making fun of Reddit. Shilling Reddit. Sign up for my Reddit affiliate link. Tagged in the description below. Hey, coach, you look good on CNBC. Hashtag proud. Ryan Cox. Well, you always look good. All right. SHIB. Someone said it's going crazy on the 1 minute. Let's see if it goes crazy. In the next 10 minutes, I would be a big fan of Tesla running another $100 because that's my strike price. Can he do it? Can I do it? You know, I'm hearing a lot about this Kohrs kid being the best Tesla trader on this side of the Mississippi. Is he really all that? Or is it all made up? Is it in his head? Well, we're going to find out. Do you think the spike in AMC was shorts covering? No way to know. There's no difference. Buying is buying. Whether it's shorts covering or long positions being created, buying is buying. There's no way to tell until 2 days later at the earliest, and that's when you could see some of the shares being returned if it was. Yurt McGirt. Obviously, that's going to get you kicked out. Kohrs kid, biggest scammer on the tube. Where do these like sad keyboard warriors come from? Is there like a now Mike, who hurt you? Is there like a keyboard warrior school or class I need to be aware of, like a college of some sort? Like, where do they come from? They just come out of the woodwork and they act as if like people care about what they're saying. Listen. Keyboard warriors, listen up. This is Matt Kohrs speaking to you live and directly from my mom's basement. If you are like me and find yourself to be an attention whore, hey, that's cool. I get it. I'm right there with you, bucko. But just do it the right way. Just build up your own platform. If you have a deep psychological need for the approval of random strangers on the internet, maybe because you didn't get enough attention as a child, maybe, I don't know. I'm just throwing out random things. Just do it the right way. It's cool. It's completely cool. Just build up your own platform and you'll get all the attention you want. You know, there's a right way to do it. I feel like I could be like an adjunct professor at Keyboard Warrior School. I think it would be good. I think I have that. I think I have what it takes. Why is there a head talking? I just like to wear the same color shirt as my background to mess with people. There's so many people in the world of entertainment and media that they're like, we need this to look good. We need this to make sense. You got to sound right. You have to be articulate. We need good overlays and transitions and design. We have to have a nice cohesive argument and story for our audience. And there I was, big brain Matt. And I was like, man, why don't we just do the opposite? everyone else is out there trying to put all this time and energy and effort into creating a high quality show. I was like, why don't we test out what it's like to make a crappy show and see if there's like an audience for that? There's no way everyone on this planet wants a good, highly produced, high quality show. There has to be some sort of appetite for a floating head, a kid who doesn't know what he's talking about, a guy that gets into way too many arguments during the live stream with random people on his comment section. It's just a business move, folks. It's just, I see too much high quality stuff. I'm like, well, let's try out some of that low quality stuff. Just an idea. Just ideas from thick Kohrs. Oh, man. Can you confirm Franklin will get his own altcoin? Can confirm. It's Canadian, so it's pronounced A. A trades. Matt, just do the chip challenge for Halloween. Shiny Dexter. I love the sarcasm in here. I am starting to realize that there are, to me, okay, yes, am I a petty asshole? Obviously. That's not up for debate. No, I wouldn't defend myself. There's no reason for any of you to defend me. But is there anything funnier on this planet than people who don't get that at sarcasm? And then, of course, you lay into it a bit more and then they get more pissed. And then it becomes even funnier. Like when I was reading last night that someone stopped watching me because they thought my relationship advice was serious, I like lost my mind. I started laughing so hard that I was in a laughing fit where you don't make a noise anymore. Like you're actually like in pain because your stomach is so tight and you're not like audibly doing anything. I was reading it and then I read the responses back and forth that the guy just did not get it. He just did not get that it was a joke. He's like, oh, he's really giving advice about how to talk to your boss. There's nothing funnier than that. Oh man. Someone who just became an astronaut, their name is Me Hung Low. Oh, this could not be legal. How? Why are there thousands of people watching this? Me Hung Low. Oh, man. Now every time I suggest a trade to my wife, she asks, what did Matt say? Thanks, bud. Haha, thanks. Shout out, Phil. Keyboard warriors are Circuit City dumpster babies. Me Hung Low. Oh, man. Can you put on the duck shirt for old time's sake? Of course. The duck shirt's never far away. Let's close it out. Let's close out the week and the month with our two favorite accounts, Kinky Kong and Me Hung Low. What is this? Oh, man. Did I sell Tesla? No, I'm still down. I'm still down. And if you want to know the secrets, you're going to have to sign up for my trading course. I'm currently down. I've improved from, instead of being down 44%, I'm now down 43%. So that's sick. That's sick. Yeah. How does he do it? Secrets. I can't give away all my trading secrets, folks. How would I keep you coming back for more? If I teach everyone to lose money as efficiently as I do on Tesla, you're never going to consume my content again. I got to keep you coming back. You got to want more. Manja, manja, manja. Blocktopia from yesterday with BitBoy up 60% in 2 days. If you really want a seriously shit show, you just need Sorry Charlie live stream. I'm still pissed that GME is distracting from tulips. What a day. What a day. What a day. What a life, you know? Only if it comes with relationship advice free of charge. You guys are already coming up with my business models for me. My genitals. These names. If we followed your Tesla trading advice, we wouldn't be able to pay for your internet. I could argue that that's a good thing. The internet, has it made you feel any better about your life? Just got SHIB finally. Shout out Tommy's Touch. Shout out Tommy's Touch. Let's close out the week with some gorillionaires. We're all gorillionaires. For those songs that I play at the start of streams, just so you know, you can get that on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. The name of the band is The Gorillionaires, and the one song is To the Moon. The other song is Show Me the Money. But once again, you can find them on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all the major places to get music. Just so you know, once again, The Gorillionaires. Franklin 2024. Blaine. This is too much fun. The market's going to close in 10 seconds, folk. Did you see Tim the Tatman stream today blowing up with Shiba? I didn't. But if he's at all invested in stocks or that stuff, I would love to talk to Tim the Tatman. I look up to the guy so much. He seems like such a cool, genuine human being. And I was thinking about it because, like, I know he's previously spoken with Nick Merckx about, like, they've had offhanded comments on their streams about how they want to learn about options. And I was like, oh, cool. That's like my foot in the door. I could, like, play games with these guys and teach them about options. The issue is that they are exponentially larger than me. People of my size, you're not really on the radar of people like Tim the Tatman. So I'll have to think about that. I'll have to game plan the best way to actually get into his like field of view. But anywho, dingity ding ding ding. The casino's closed. The casino is closed not only for the day, not only for the week, but for the month. The next time we're doing this live once again, it will be November. It's going to be a whole new month if you believe in the Gregorian calendar. I don't know how many of you do. I don't know how many of you don't. But if we're going by the Gregorian calendar, it will be a new day, a new week, a new month the next time we hang out on a live stream. But with that being said, it doesn't mean it has to be the last time we hang out at all. Because tomorrow I will be posting that video with Dave Lauer, and it is a doozy. You're going to like it. You're definitely going to like it. It's an awesome interview. We talked about some exciting stuff about what's going on with the GameStop report, Citadel Securities versus the SEC. And then additionally, on top of that, we are talking about just how the Apes can win this. So check that out. It's going to be exciting. And then we'll clip it up and put it onto Kohrs Light on Sunday. So the full interview out tomorrow. The clips of it will be on Kohrs Light on Sunday. Overall, thank you for the day. Thank you for the week. Thank you for the month. I appreciate all of your incredible support. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I hope you had a fun time in this stream. You guys seriously are the best. I appreciate it so much. Hey, I know it's Halloween weekend. If you are doing that, be safe. If not, have fun. Just relax this weekend. Relax. Enjoy your time with your friends, your family. Like I said, really be safe, but if not, at least have boatloads of fun, and then we could talk about it on Monday. It'll give us something to talk about. But as always, thank you for your support. From me, Chair, Duck Shirt, all that good stuff. Best of luck in the markets. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be catching you soon. Have a good one.